Lincoln Parish Park Fest 2022. We are having fun making stops along the way. We have local artists, local vendors. We also have the antique car show, the glampers, the retro glampers, trailers, 10 food trucks, music and makers all day, and another M-man, Mr. Mark Miller.
Right.
Am I right?
Yep.
Mr. Fly Fisherman himself is going to be doing some fly fishing demonstrations. First of all, tell us about yourself, where you're from, and all that.
Well, I was born and raised in Akron, Ohio. I went to school up there, and then I came down to Ruston in 1980, taught at Louisiana Tech for about 30 years, retired, and now I'm spending most of my time fishing or thinking about fishing.
Thinking about fishing. When did you get from Akron, Ohio, did you fish when you were up there, or did it start when you got to Sportsman's Paradise?
Well, I fished, I fished even when I was little with my father for bluegill and bass, but not fly fishing. It wasn't until I came down here and met some people who fished in the Ozarks, and they were fly anglers, and so that's kind of where I picked it up.
Pun intended, it is a fine line between fishing and being insane, correct?
Yeah.
I know you've heard all that before. But
go ahead.
Fly fishing is not normal fishing. Explain.
Well, it's not normal in that it takes a lot of practice, and it's not easy. It's difficult, and to stick with it and to be good at it, you have to almost be addicted to it.
Well, by being good at it means proper casting as opposed to proper catching, with the goal being to catch.
Right.
Am I reading this thing right?
Yeah.
So why? I mean, why do you have to be as meticulous as dropping that?
Well, because most of the fish that I fish for are trout, and they are very leery and spook very easily. And so not only do you have to approach them, very, softly and quietly, but when you present the fly, it has to land very softly on the water, or else if you spook them, you know what that means.
So patience is a virtue?
Patience is hugely important. Yeah.
Do we have cuss words, or do we have what other virtues do we need, or attributes, as you're out there in the water?
You need patience, and you need to be coordinated,
right,
and willing to work at it. It takes a lot of hard work and effort, and if you want to be good at it, you got to put in your time.
All right, so you're out here, Lincoln Parish Park Fest. You're going to be doing a demonstration momentarily here.
Yeah.
Do you do private lessons, or
I used to. I don't so much anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I just I spend most of my time, tying flies, so that's kind of a interesting thing too. And
you got any more of those funny things?
So now I just kind of relax and fish and tie flies. And
do you fly fish in Louisiana? Are there spots that you don't want to reveal? There
are some I don't want to reveal.
We won't go
Honey
there.
Hole is
we won't go there.
Is very private, but there's some places on Lake D'Arbonne, that I fish for. I fish for bass out there, but most of my serious fly fishing is in the Ozarks. Although I'm starting to get involved with saltwater fly fishing. So
really?
I do some red fishing down in the Biloxi Marsh, tarpon fishing in Florida.
Awesome.
So I do that. Yeah.
Well, Mark, I appreciate you coming out, Lincoln Parish Park Fest. Did you know about this event last year?
Yeah, I was here last year.
Okay, cool.
So this is my second year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then do you want people to get in touch with you, or you want to be off the radar in the map if they have any questions?
I'll take the low profile.
Take the low profile on that one. All right, so I'm standing next to you. I'll move out of the way.
Okay.
What's the first thing that you want to do? And
that's a good question. Let me.
By the way, let's tell people there's no hook on this.
No hook.
Even though you say there's no hook, people are like doing this anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So take us through a motion.
Well, the only let me give you one analogy.
Okay.
If you think of throwing darts, if you're throwing darts, if you look at the target there, you start slow and then you pick up speed and stop. Like boom. See, same way with fly fishing. You start slow and then stop.
Well, nobody ever told me to throw darts that way.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
I was always.
Yeah.
Okay.
But fly fish is different in
All
other
right.
sports because there's no follow through. Like with golf, follow through, tennis, follow
Right,
through.
right.
Everything's a follow through. Boxing, follow through. But with fly fishing, stop, and drop. So it's a lot of
Okay.
It's a lot
Let me
different.
see if we're getting the camera angle good for you. Looking good. And let me back.
Okay, we start.
All right.
Usually, when you're casting, you always start close to the water like this, and then you pull your line back. Stop. You see how you do that? So it's like stop, pop, drop. It's like 3 steps to it. Some people say 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I go stop, pop, drop.
All right, well, I'm going to turn it this way, so we want to watch it just gently land on the grass. There it is.
There it is. Want to catch me a grass pike?
Yeah,
you know?
go get you a grasshopper there. Well, Mark, thank you so much for your time, man. And thank you for coming out today.
I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh, awesome.